I've seen young people, literally young people like you and me, who have no political background, who have no political kind of clout, come through on those platforms and really just speak about issues that matter. And I think when we live in a world where political connections and being able to align yourself to political parties that are already kind of big matters a lot. It also matters that there's people like Mama Nangobese who are starting parties, for people like you and me who know not much about politics but know that we want to see a change. And I think that's what democracy is about. It's about everybody being able to get involved, not only in big structures, broad structures, like kind of complicated structures, but simple structures where we can feel like we have a voice and we can make an impact. And I think that's why small parties appeal to me right now, is that they're not as organized, not as bureaucratic. People are really willing to flow for the cause. And I think that's where change happens, when people are still passionate about the cause. They haven't been inducted into strange norms. They really still are pure at heart about seeing change. And yeah, that's why Women Forward for me is my vote.
Reggie, why does it matter what shoe a politician's wearing if they're doing the work?
Well, it comes from your policies. If you say you're here to help the poor people, your mother was a kitchen maker, your father was a current boy, that's why you're fighting for the people. I think there shouldn't be any cognitive dissonance where your belief and your actions are misaligned. That's my belief. South Africa has a lot of people that are still struggling. If you have that money, if you can buy a shoe that is more than 8,000 rand and you don't have one off, you are beyond even the line where like a middle class or a person really affords. Even people who really afford can't buy a shoe for 8,000 rand. So you afford and you're in front of the resources and you can help, but you choose to, So there's a conflict there for me. I'll definitely vote as well. But for now, I'm not really sure. I think another thing, we must understand why we are voting. Are we voting because, do we think voting will still bring about change? Should we be more active in change, void of voting, whether we vote or not? And are we voting because people died for us and then that's it? Or are we voting because we're concerned about our future? And if we are concerned about our future, what is our part void of voting? And because voting is just putting the next person to wear a fancy blazer and get a paycheck, what are we doing? That's the questions I have in my head. I haven't got an answer, but basically that's what I'm thinking.
Lelo, coming to you, we've heard it being said a few times that people died for us to vote. Is that, though, a good enough reason for us to do it, right? Are we not being held hostage by ancestors that have died, freedom fighters, whatever? Is that a good enough reason?
I think it is a good enough reason. I don't think it should be the only reason, So I think it does matter. We can't say, oh, they died, why did they die? Who said they should die? It's a big thing that happened, and just being able to exercise that right it's a privilege, because we honestly could not have the chance to vote, and everything could just be decided for us. And so if we had a different reality, perhaps then we'd appreciate the fact that we can vote. Are we waiting to have a different reality to then appreciate the right to vote? So that does matter, but as Richard said, it can't be the only reason, and often we think that just by voting, we've done our bit, and then whoever wears the blazer and gets the fancy check, then the responsibility, the onus is on them. But we are active agents, and we should exercise our power, whether you feel like you've got a little bit of power, you've got a lot of power, in whatever space you're in. I think as shapers, that's basically part of our vision, our goals, that in the spaces that we're in, we are trying to make a difference from our own context. And so it shouldn't just be to put the onus, to shift all the responsibility on politicians. Of course, they've got a big job to do, a very big job. We're paying tax. We want to see them do the job. But what are you also doing? It's easy to point fingers. What are you doing? What's your active role?
It's cool. Coming to you, you mentioned young people. What do you think needs to be done for young people to get more involved in politics, in even registering to vote?
You know what? I think the future of our country, it speaks mostly to young people. What's happening is affecting young people, because mostly people who are in parliament or in higher positions are people who are supposedly to be on their retirement, home or something. Like in reality, in South Africa, if a woman you should be on retirement, I think at the age of 60, then 55 now. So you see that they are all beyond that. Most of they are beyond that age. Then it should say a lot in terms of, are they good enough to chant a path for young people? Because I believe the reason for voting is to actually be able to curate the future of our country. And for people to live on this reality, it has to be people who are young now, who are still going to be part of the whole system for quite a longer period. So for me, that's why I want the voice of young people to be heard, to be included, to be at the center of everything that is happening. And one thing I've noticed, it's not like young people don't want to be involved. I think the opportunity for them to be part of it is actually kind of like, I'm not sure I should say compromise in a way. So if I can make an example on leading political party in South Africa, they used to have like a youth structure, of which it doesn't exist, So for a responsible leadership, you find that they should have worked so hard to sustain such a wing, of the leading political party, And if I'm looking at other political parties, yes, they are young people structured, but they are not as solid and being involved as it's supposed to be. I think they should be at the forefront of everything that is happening. Hence, I advocate for young people.
Okay. Whoever wins this, what would you like to see in the new era that we are heading into as a country?
So,
from the new leadership?
that is such a hard question. I think perhaps transparency is the first point of call. I think we are sitting as citizens who aren't being activated because we just don't have full faith and clarity about what's actually going on. And so when I say transparency, perhaps it's not also necessarily communicating what they're doing, what they're trying to do, but also visibility, responsiveness. One of my favorite presidents to follow is the Uruguayan president. He rides a bike. He's pretty cool. I mean, also the country is very chilled. But he's so accessible in his manner and leadership. When something goes wrong, he's got something to say about it. I just want to understand the hearts, the values of the people and how they hope to change, the state of affairs, economy, perhaps like academia, education is a better word. So, yeah, some visibility on what it is that they are trying to achieve. I don't even have expectations about an agenda for them to set, because I don't believe really it will be, just to know what's in your heart, what's happening.
Okay. And lastly, as you wrap this up, Mama Dea, do you care to share with us the details of the next election, when it's happening, where people should go vote, and all of that? Logistics.
8th of May, Saturday.
Is it a Saturday?
It's a Wednesday. Yeah.
It's always midweek. Can we check? Clearly, I gave you a tough job. Sorry.
Yeah, 8th of May.
Yes.
Wednesday, 8th of May. I think everywhere in the country.
Yeah.
Everywhere in the country, wherever you've registered to vote, there should be a voting station there for you to place your vote. There are days that are set aside for pensioners.
For special votes,
special. So you can check on the IEC's websites, even on social media. All that information is there for you. And then also, but like to the places where there's, I wouldn't say war, but like in Buwani, where they're threatening to not vote, in Alex, can know those people, like we all need to vote.
Yeah.
If you guys want change in those places, in where you live, you have to vote. So go back to where you registered, 8th of May, Wednesday, to push your vote.
All right. And I think that's it. That's a wrap. I think we've covered everything. And guys, go out and vote. These people will be voting. I'll be voting. And let's make the world a better place. Yeah.